Hi, my name is Ciccarone. Welcome to the Living with Vision Loss podcast, where people can learn how to live more independently in their everyday lives. Today, we are going to answer the question, at least start answering the question, how can I read again? It's such a complicated question because it depends on many factors. It's not just acuity. The treatment intervention to help you read again depends on your acuity, which is your print size you can see, your contrast, which is the colors you can see, and your visual field, which is the picture, or how many letters or words can I see. Is your visual field intact or parts of the letters missing? Also, it depends on if you're legally blind or not. If you are legally blind or you have such reduced vision that you can't see print, there's other options out there for you. Every device we evaluate with our patients depend on what their goals are. When we select a low vision device, we are selecting device based on their acuity, visual field, contrast, reading goals, and where they want to achieve those reading goals. For example, if someone wants to read prices at the store, I have to think of a portable magnification device that they can take with them to the store. If someone wants to read books in their chair, I have to think of a device that can magnify the print and change the contrast and they can use in their chair. A device that's actually really good to read books in your chair where you can magnify the print and increase the contrast is an iPad. If the person likes more of a low-tech device to read in their chair and their print magnification is 16-point font, they might be able to use a large print book. If they have reduced contrast, they would benefit from a light on that book. That is how magnification is tailored to the actual person and their visual acuity, their contrast, their fields, their goals, and the environment. Let me talk about some more real-life examples of size magnification. You can get books on your iPad through Amazon, through the Libby app from the library, and you can increase the size of the book print and you can increase the contrast on an iPad. I find iPads are really great options for people that have vision loss or reduced vision to read. The other thing we talked about is if you do have reduced visual field or you're legally blind, you can read auditory books on an iPad. We'll talk about text-to-speech and auditory devices and how to access them in another episode. Another example of size magnification is adapting your iPhone or your Android phone. I am going to go over a simple way to make the print bigger on your iPhone. If you want to increase the font of the iPhone, you have to get from your doctor what print size you can read. What we do is the doctor gives me the print size the person can read, and then I make the print size on their phone that same size. I go into the accessibility features of the iPhone or the iPad. I click on display and text size and adjust the font to larger text. The other way you can magnify print or information or emails on your phone for size magnification is the zoom feature. Go to settings, accessibility, and then you can turn on the zoom. I like zoom region, not zoom window, because it gives you the whole screen. I teach my patients how to use it. You have to double tap the screen with 3 fingers. I know, right? Double tap the screen with 3 fingers. It is a little confusing. It does take a little bit of practice, but if you double tap the screen with 3 fingers with this zoom feature, it can enlarge your home screen, it can enlarge an email, it can enlarge a text. It is helpful with the phone to hold it in the horizontal position instead of the vertical position to get more information on the screen. And I do find the zoom feature is really easier to teach on the iPad first as opposed to the phone. When you tap the screen with 3 fingers, you make the print bigger, you know where you're at. If you get lost, you just tap that screen and the print will go down to the original size. An important feature of magnification is when you magnify, you lose field of view. So when we're dealing with magnification devices, when we teach a magnification feature on the phone, sometimes the person loses their place because the field of view is reduced because the print is so big on the screen. Some of these techniques are actually easier on the iPad. The most important thing when you're increasing the font on your iPad or your phone or your Android phone is knowing your critical print size that you can see from the doctor. A lot of the people I work with are very light sensitive to glare, and they like dark mode on their phone. So that's a great way you can change the contrast to put it on the dark modes, white print on the black background, which is less glare for a lot of our patients. In the next episode, I'm going to show optical devices to increase magnification for reading. I'm going to show 4 optical devices: microscopes, prism glasses, handheld magnifiers, and stand magnifiers. If you have any questions, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm excited to show you the optical magnification devices we have to make print bigger for reading.